career now. But the last question I had on the on the point shaving stuff is just like just that in game and every day feeling you must have had around the team. Like, I'm sure Bill knows this, like when you get high and you have that feeling where everyone knows that you're high and you're just like, but you said you had that pressure in Holy Cross and just didn't want to be a part of that. And, and you're talking about it, it chronicles the Providence game where you guys kind of blew it and didn't succeed, and I'm just wondering if you're going in that game and going, okay, my pride's going to take over. I'm not doing what they want me to do. We got to win this game. And then they threaten you again and you're at practice going, shit, do these guys know? Like, well, then you got to do it the whole season, right? Like I'm fascinated by how you dealt with that and what that felt like on a day-to-day basis and in game particularly.
Well, fortunately I lived with guys that I only have one sibling. It's a sister. And the guys that I lived with in college, I mean, they became my brothers for life. And I confided in a couple of them. So I felt like they had my back. And if I had any issues, I could go to them. And I really didn't think I was at the tipping point where I was going to have a major issue. And however, we lived in this one dormitory. It was called the Hillsides. And it had multiple entrances and exits. And it was really cold. You know what it's like in Boston.
Of course,
it's probably freezing. It was 80 and something here today, just to let you know.
Damn it.
But
it snowed here yesterday. Thanks.
You, Jim.
So I shared this with the guys on the ESPN crew because I thought that it would have been relevant. And it was a pretty good word picture, is that I had this coat that my mom insisted she buy for me when I went to college. And it was blue on one side and it was tan on the other. And after where you had mentioned about the Providence game, I actually would leave our dormitory with the coat when it was turned on the tan side with the hood up. Yes, reversible. I look like a Michelin man wearing that thing in front of those big puffy coats. Yeah. And when I would return, I wouldn't have my hood up. I would have a stocking cap on. And when I was at class, I would reverse it to the color blue. And I did that for a couple of days. Now, was it, just me walking on eggshells and being naive and thinking, hey, there's really, legitimate fear here or not? I still don't know to this day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're being cautious, even subconsciously. Because you definitely had an idea when someone threatens to put your balls around a bracelet. You probably have an idea that they're serious at some point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have said that if my mom was still alive. I'm not really a cursor.
Yeah.
Well, we apologize. I apologize for swearing. Sorry, like a storm up here.
He knows.
They don't call me Billy Bad Words for nothing.
No, the other name is Billy Bad Words. Yes, she has 16. He's the schizophrenic.